Good morning. I am gonna do a little vlog today. I'm not doing anything like big and crazy and exciting, but I am doing some self-care, organizing myself, kind of getting back on track, I guess, which is what I kind of feel like I'm always doing, but just always doing my best. I'm also holding my friggin' camera with one hand and I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this. I've made breakfast, I've made coffee. The sun is rising. I don't see it yet, but there's not that many clouds in the sky, which means there's potential to actually see some sun today, which for Vancouver I am ecstatic about. It's been quite rainy the past few weeks. But this morning I'm actually going to rebuild my desk, which has been sitting under my bed. I took it down because I didn't want to be working in my room anymore, but then things changed. I think I need it back. So I want to put it back up, see how it goes, do a little trial run. I might get a smaller desk so it takes up less room, or just put like a shelf at desk height, and hopefully that helps with the productivity. There's a bit of sun. It's not much, but it's there, it's rising, it's coming. So we'll take it. I told myself that I was gonna do this like photography challenge to try and get back into photography, so here I am in the park taking photos on a very public trail. So I'm gonna rebuild this desk. I don't even know if this is what I really want to use. To be honest, I want a smaller desk, but I don't have one. So this is what we have. This is what we're going to use for a while. I'll probably try to sell this desk while I'm using it. Like I'll rebuild it and post it on Facebook Marketplace and then use whatever I get from it to try and get a smaller desk that is less desky, if that makes sense. More so like I'm thinking like a side table or like a very narrow desk that can also double as a table or like a shelf when I'm not using it for laptop work. So I'm gonna build the desk, listen to some music, probably do some skincare because I can't even remember the last time I did a face mask or like face oil or any sort of taking care of my skin, and I can tell, so. The desk is set up again. Honestly, I feel better. I think I was just like anxious about having the desk in my room because I'd heard that it was bad to like work in your room and associate a workspace with where you sleep. But I'll be honest, after like taking the desk out of my room, or I took it down, I put it under my bed, I tried to work other places in my house and sometimes it worked, but often it didn't. So then my default was just to go to a cafe anyways. But I also like sometimes get weird about working on certain things in a cafe or like where people can see me, like editing videos, for example. Sometimes I feel like it feels so weird to sit in a cafe and edit a video of my face, even though like in public, I feel like no one really gives a shit. No one's really looking at you when you think they are, but on the off chance that they did and they like saw me editing my own face, I just feel weird about it. I think I am okay with the workspace in my room because also when I don't have the desk in my room, I kept working in here anyways. Like even though I told myself not to, I would sit at the little white shelf that I put down here, or I would literally sit in my bed and work, which is far worse than just working at a desk. So I'm happy that I did put the desk up. I feel better. I'm gonna do some skincare actually. I'm gonna make a coffee scrub, which I'm excited about. I'm gonna do like a face mask, little self-care things like that I always feel are so surface level, genuinely just make me feel so much better. And when I start to neglect them, I can really, really feel it, you know? But it's so easy to start to neglect them when I'm busy and other things are going on, because I'm like, oh, I don't need to do a face mask. Like, I'll just rinse my face with water and everything's fine. But then I notice that as time builds and I haven't done those things, I don't feel as like maybe confident, and then I don't feel as happy and settled and like taken care of. So I'm trying to prioritize those things today. We're gonna make a coffee scrub face mask with some coffee, vitamin E oil. I don't know if there's any science behind it, but I find it works really well for my skin. I'm gonna put some Manuka honey because I've heard that that's a good thing. Again, I don't really know. And then the base is gonna be coconut oil. And then we've got the coffee. And then after I do the scrub, I'm gonna do the AHA brightening mask from Dr. Rubux. This is probably my favorite skincare brand. I've always loved them. They're like gentle on my skin, which is nice. The whole desk situation was a good idea. I'm really glad I put it back. I'll probably just keep it the way it is. I think I'm gonna move this shelf so that it's on that wall, which I think it used to be. So I'm gonna do that. I've already had my work meeting today and I've done a few hours of work already. I still have quite a few more things that I kind of need to do like around my room to feel grounded again, and a couple more like self-care things that I want to do. But it's always things like this, like the self-care, I don't know, doing a face mask, waxing my armpits, which I did, tidying my room, that I've like put off because I haven't been deeming them important enough when there's like other work that needs to be done. But then when I do actually take the time to get those things done, the other work that I need to be doing, like my day job work, becomes so much easier to do because my environment isn't weighing me down and stressing me out anymore. So yeah, everyone take a breath. I feel better. The neighbor, however, has decided to start pressure washing, so I'm gonna end this clip. I ended up taking down that desk again. It's listed for sale now, but no one's bought it yet, because I found this free, basically piece of wood that someone had set up in their house as like a bar, and they were giving it away for free, and it was in great shape, and I was like, I can work with that. I'll see if I can find a photo of what they had listed so that you can see what I started with, but I basically took this massive piece of wood, chopped it up, and redid my entire workspace slash half of my bedroom. So now I have kind of like a floating desk attached to the wall. I really like it. I need to figure out what to do with the stuff under the desk, like my kind of stationary stuff. I think I need a little bit of a better system for that, but for now it's good. I also ended up using the rest of the wood that I hadn't used for the desk, and I basically made 3 brand new shelves, which you can see behind me, and it feels good. It feels less cluttered. I have less stuff now, and I also found that when I had that other shelf, because I got rid of so many books, it kind of felt like it was empty, which made me want to fill it with more books and more stuff, and I'm actively trying to only intentionally bring things into my home. Like, I don't want to buy stuff just for the sake of filling space that I have. So I kind of just downsized and sold that shelf and made these ones instead, which I think look great. I really like how it turned out, and I'm very happy with like my workspace as well as my kind of like book area now. I also wanted to mention, I don't remember if I mentioned it already, I think I may have, but I did receive the manuscript critique from the editor that I was working with. I'll leave her link down below. She's someone whose website I worked on, and she offered to take a look at my manuscript for Between the Waves and basically give me some feedback, which she did give me some feedback. I have 21 pages of manuscript critique, developmental kind of feedback on the Between the Waves draft 2 is what I ended up sending her because draft 3 never got finished. And my next vlog will actually be me jumping into that because it's taken some time, but I do feel like I'm at the place where I'm ready to jump into that. I'm ready to see what she has to say, and I'm ready to kind of like see what I can start to do with Between the Waves again. So yeah, that will absolutely be included in the next vlog, and I'm very excited for that. I'm slightly nervous and a little bit overwhelmed because it's a lot of feedback, but I'm more so just excited to have an outside perspective. And I'm also kind of at this point where mentally there's nothing that she could say that would make me like resistant or upset or kind of feel bad about myself, if that makes sense. It feels like a good spot to be, but basically I think that I've arrived at this place because I still believe in this story and I just want it to be the best it can possibly be, and I want it to be out in the world so badly that I will take any feedback right now just to like get the gears turning in my brain again for this story. And I also think like arriving at a place where I'm looking for feedback because I know that a lot needs to be changed. I think like settling into that acceptance of that and acceptance of the fact that it's not perfect and it needs a lot of work, but you're ready to hear what kind of work it needs. I think that's a really important place to be when you start to get feedback from other people, from more than just your own brain, because feedback that's just 100% positive is kind of useless in my opinion. It's a nice little ego boost, but I'm not looking for an ego boost. I am looking to make this story stronger and to really build it into what I believe it can be. And I also have to keep reminding myself that like this isn't a test, there's no 100% A+ perfect score that I can get on it. And in fact, if I did get some sort of perfect score on something like feedback on my manuscript, there's nothing that I can do with that, because if all the feedback that I get says that everything's good, then I have nothing to improve, and I know that I can improve it, and I know that it'll never be perfect. So yeah, that's kind of just the mindset that has felt the most productive, I guess, to be in while I'm like getting this feedback. And I think that's the mindset that's going to make me the most open to creative feedback on my baby, which is this manuscript. So yeah, that will be in the next vlog. There potentially will be another video before that, but that video has been delayed, so it might still be delayed. We'll see. I also wanted to again mention that if you haven't picked it up yet, I released a poetry collection in November and I did very little marketing for it, if any. I barely promoted it. I will leave it linked down below. It is an original poetry collection, and you can get it on Amazon, wherever Amazon is available, I believe. I am also posting monthly updates to my Patreon via a coffee catch-up video, and I'm also trying to post more consistently there in general, so if you would like to see more behind the scenes and support me, then feel free to check that out. It will also be linked down below. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smile, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.